And so if you want to go ahead and just mimic what I am doing to create a Facebook page, feel free to do that. Can you see the screen that I am sharing right now, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So first of all, you would want to come over to this area right here, the little drop-down arrow if you're on your computer, and you click on the See More area.
I actually don't see your cursor.
You don't see my cursor. Okay, I'm up on the blue bar where it says, where you have the search bar for Facebook.
I see it now.
And there's that little tiny arrow.
Okay.
You just click on that. And in my case, I have several pages. So I have to click on See More, and then it drops down. And you can see up here at the top of that where it says Pages, and to the right it says Create a Page. So that's where you'd want to click on that and create, you know, a business or community page. But in this case, I'm assuming that you'd probably be wanting to create the business page.
Laura, do you have to start at a certain web page or a certain Facebook page? I'm not seeing it in my drop down.
It should be.
Did you go to manage groups?
No, I just went to that far corner there, and it just gives me that option of creating a page. Is everybody seeing that?
I am not seeing it on mine.
On my end.
Okay, are you on a Mac or PC? I don't know if it makes a difference.
I'm on a PC.
Okay, as am I. So I'm on my just my regular page right now, though. Just so you know, I mean it's okay. My Laura.
Let me try that.
It's on my Laura Farmer page, and then I click on that down arrow.
Okay, I don't see it, but I'm glad you're recording it.
Do you see it on my page? Can you see it on my page though?
I can.
Okay, all right, perfect. Okay, so you would go in and you just say create a page, and at a certain point in time, I'm not going to go any further on this because I do not want to create a page, but you would say business or community, and so you'd say, you know, get started, and from here you would just go into naming your page. And you can create a category. So I will say when you name your page, and Dale and I have both already experienced this, and you decide you want to change the name of your page, Facebook will automatically send you a notice that says they're not going to allow you to change the name typically. If it's something really different than what you already have. Even in my case, when I've actually appealed it and given them proof as to why I'm changing the name of the page. And several times they have declined it. So really make sure that the name of your page is what you want it to be. Otherwise, once you start getting likes and all of that, it's really difficult to give up all of those people that have come to your page and liked your page and followed you, to have to start all over again. And I'll tell you right now, I'm starting all over again. So I just now am creating a brand new business page because they won't allow me to change my name. So that's what I'm doing. So you do that, and then you create your category. Category is like, I think if I were to type in, if I type up, in this case, it's financial service. That's what we've chosen for our team. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of get out of this, not share that anymore, and I'm going to come over to
Hey Laura, it's Dale.
Yeah, hey Dale.
Hey, sorry, I'm still playing the 9-to-5 job here, so.
I know.
So if anybody says, "Oh, I can't because I work," look, man, I put 50 or 60 hours a week in.
I know you do.
And it can be done. If a guy who turns a wrench for a living can do this, you can too.
I know it.
So yeah, you're spot on with the name. That is super critical that you get it right. I've expressed to you my situation with my name. There are ways that you can change it a little bit. and it is very, very difficult to do, and there's a very strategic way you have to do it. So I might be able to help you with it if it's possible, but in most cases, they won't let you, and you don't get to talk to a human about it. The computer tells you tough, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah.
Those who have the gold make the rules.
And in my case, if you saw the video that I had done before with John, where I was actually talking about some ads that we had created or posted for our team, I only had like 9 likes because I hadn't really pushed my Facebook page. But now I'm going to start to do that because I see the value in it. Because like I had said, I had done an ad and then posted it on the team, but also decided, you know what, I only have 9 likes on my page, but I'll just go ahead and give it a shot, and got a lead from it. So there is great value in that. And I will also say, if it's okay for me to share, Dale, a little bit of what you've done. I mean, Dale has, is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. This is the team. Anything that helps the team, 100%. Go ahead.
Actually, I'm going to let you just say it really quick, like about what you've got going on with France and how that came about.
That came directly from my Facebook page. That came through my YouTube, driving someone to my Facebook page, which became a lead. Amalie Bonfiglio is a phenomenal person. She and her boyfriend, Kevin, and their business partners, Cedric and Anne Pfeiffer, are huge leaders in the network marketing industry over in France. And that all came from having a YouTube presence and having a good Facebook presence. So that was 100% attraction marketing right there in full effect. And it is benefiting our team greatly. It's driving a lot of people to it, and it's having an exposure in Europe is great. We have a huge community. The overall company has a huge community in India, hitting 1,000. Well, I don't see any reason why the folks over in France won't give them a run for their money here real soon. They're just getting started. So there is a huge value in having a good Facebook presence and a business page, and a very good value in having a good YouTube presence. It's work, but it's worth it. And that's just one lead right there that turned into hundreds of people on a team.
Yeah. Thank
Amazing.
you.
Amazing. Hey, is there a way we could coordinate a training on how to create a YouTube channel and presence? Have you guys already recorded that so we could access it, at our own pace and learn how to do it ourselves in order to duplicate that?
I can guide you to the page that I have. I can share anything on that page that I have. How I learned, I had no idea how to make a YouTube channel when we first launched this company, but I sat down. I'll use it. It has a similar meaning, but forgive me for a second here. The word's assiduity, and it's an actual word. How I use the word is sit your ass in a chair and do it. What I did was I sat down for several hours and watched videos on YouTube, learning how to make a YouTube channel. It is an incredible resource. There is tons of information there on how to do it. If I find a couple of links on how to do it, I would definitely send those to you. But if you would rather set up a training, I'd be happy to do that also.
And I think that there is really great value in that, in doing that. I know that Dale was real patient with me. We worked through it. He actually did send me some links, and I watched those YouTube videos. And I'll tell you, just honestly, I mean, where I was at with building this and doing that and helping my team, it was a lot, and I put it off. I'm sorry I did, but I did. I put it off. And now that I have it and I've figured it all out and gotten certain apps as far as helping me to be able to grab different videos and so there are different tips that go along with all of that, and how to get videos, to share them and whatnot. But there is huge value in having a YouTube channel. Huge.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm just totally ignorant to it, but I am committed to learning it because I'm seeing how you guys and others are having massive success with it.
And you're talking to 2 people that didn't have that before.
Absolutely.
And so, I mean, it's absolutely very doable, very doable. And once you start doing it, I think in a sense, you kind of get a little bit of addicted to it. But let me get back now to this Facebook and just kind of start walking you through some settings. So that's where you're going to go to next. After you've created your name and your category, you're going to be, I'm hoping that you'll be led to the settings area, because that should be the next best part of it. So,
Laura,
yeah.
I'm sorry, before we go much further, can you tell us a few things to be concerned about when we're writing our name? Like, are there things we're trying to avoid, or we're trying to include, so we don't all get in that place and have to start over?
Yeah, so make sure that first of all, you have independent affiliate on it. And I mean, or something really, really similar to that, but that's what I got from corporate.
What is your name?
I'm not, well.
Oh, you haven't done it yet?
Well, no, I have. Mine is Revvolutionaries. The new one that I've created is Revvolutionaries -rNetwork.
Okay, so, and you were trying to not include your name anywhere.
My name is not on it.
So we can say our network.
And you can what?
We can use our network.
Yeah, I asked corporate if I could, and they said as long as I put on independent affiliate that I could. Dale's gonna pipe in here in a minute.
Yeah, that's a sore subject. I'll tell you. Okay, before this company even launched, when I got the phone call from John, I pulled a 48-hour bender. Lots of coffee, couple of energy drinks. I don't normally do. I think I had maybe one power nap in there, but I went through and made a Twitter account, made a Instagram account, made a Vimeo account, which I don't really use. It doesn't help. Made a YouTube channel, and made a Facebook business page. And the original name on the Facebook business page I had there for a long time until corporate came out and said, no, no, no. Dave Dove announced it, said we need to take rNetwork down, we need to take revvcard down. And then they've now I very, very, very reluctantly pulled it down because I was still on page 1 on Google searches. And that's where you want to be. And
in fact, Dale is page 1 for if you were to type in something then his videos for YouTube will pop up also.
Yeah, so YouTube I'm still there, but my business page was showing up on page 1. I'd vacillate between the two corporate websites. You know, I was typically number 2 or number 3. Well, Dave Dove made it abundantly clear that he and Kevin Wiscombe, who are in charge of that, they wanted the name changed. They did not want rNetwork in there. Well, they've now backtracked from that, but what they want is predominant verbiage, whatever it is, on the front side of your name. And if you're going to put rNetwork, it needs to be way towards the end, if not the last thing stated.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they don't want rNetwork first. So don't put rNetwork first.
Yeah, Revvolutionaries - mine is what do I have it? Independent founding charter members, whatever it is. I've changed it now so many times because they're like, no, that doesn't work. No, that doesn't work. But if you put something on the front side of it, Revvolutionaries, independent members, independent team members, something like that, and then you say rNetwork, that's going to be okay. That won't throw up a red flag. So you can do that.
Of course, but in this business, I mean, everything still seems really fluid. So we could hear tomorrow that's that they changed their mind or whatever, so yeah, we're just doing the best that we can.
Yeah, it's a startup. That's the nature of a startup, and so you have to be flexible like a like a tree branch in the wind. You want to bend when it's necessary. You don't want to break when they ask you to do something, even if it's reluctantly. You got to do it. And I'm okay with the decision they made. I'm fine. Whatever the decision, I can't go back and change it. Just keep moving forward. Okay. So, but whatever name you choose, think it really through and make sure that if you do put rNetwork or revvcard on it, it really needs to be right at the end. And I think you will be okay with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you can see you can see the name of of the team is Revolutionaries of rNetwork. We don't even have the independent thing there yet, but that's something that's easily added, that Facebook will allow you to add. But that will change soon. So, okay, so in the generals tab, you have several categories here, and not all of these pages have all of these categories, but in the very first section, there's quite a good bit to kind of tackle. So, page visibility, what is that? Because you recently changed the name of your page, you cannot change. Okay, that we did recently change the name of our page, so I can't actually go into that. So, but then we have like visitor posts, and there are certain things that you want to mark there. Disable posts by other people on the page. There will be other areas though that we do allow, like comments or reviews. So, and then we skip on down here to post and story sharing. We have all these marked. Allow sharing of stories, because you want for them to be able to share from our page or from your page, you know, because you're just a business. You know, if you want for your other people to share what you're doing, which you do, then you'd want to have all these marked as well. I'm just going to go through these really quick, so that we don't have a 5-hour meeting here, because it's a pretty big task. Audience and optimization, I don't have anything marked there. Do you have something to
No, I was actually, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to interrupt. I was actually reading your screen, and it's very, very self-explanatory.
It is.
As far as figuring out how to set it up.
It really is.
Not to appear to be more intelligent than nobody else. That ain't my intent. But I'm reading this, and I'm like, I can do this.
Yes, anybody can. It's just, you think that you're about to eat the entire elephant, but you're not. It's just one thing after the next. I mean, you're just going to keep going down through the list. And so then you've got your messages. You guys can all see my screen and how I have them marked. The tagging ability, there's nothing there. But you could, in fact, I'm going to mark that, and I'm going to save it. You can understand why I would do that, right? I mean,
optimization.
Absolutely. Others tagging this page. So that's how that's marked. Page location for effects. That's marked. This was initially set up by our Fusion 360 team, just so you know. But then we've had to go in, and we've, just made different changes to it or added things to it. Country restrictions, we don't want any country restrictions. And
wow, this is amazing.
Age restrictions, that's 13 plus. Page moderation. This is kind of, you have to just kind of use your own, judgments on a lot of these things. Profanity filters, that is set to just a medium. You don't want anything really outrageous going on your business page. Similar, let's see here, different. So you want to have that one marked. Page updates. Post in multiple languages. Wow. And I probably will go back and change that. Translate automatically, we definitely want that. Comment ranking, see most relevant comments by default. Content distribution, download page, get a copy of the page posts. You can actually just download that yourself. There's no settings there. Merge pages. And remove page, which you don't want to do unless you are done with it. And then you have your live commentary. And we don't mind if somebody has a watch party, you know, from what we're doing, you know, that just helps us. So that's all just right there in the general tab. So you can imagine, you know, what we have here. You know, you got your page info is where you're going to be leading in to who you are. And we have just a real brief statement. You can take any kind of, you can go into like the corporate website, and that's being updated on the 14th. You could copy and paste anything that you see anywhere. You could go into one of the PDF slideshows, one of the presentations that are being done. I'm sure most of us probably have the slideshow presentations, and you could copy and paste anything you wanted to there. I mean, there's no sense in really reinventing the wheel, is what I'm getting at, unless you really want to. We have the category, financial service, phone number. We've chosen not to put it there. On my personal page, I do have it, but on this one, we do not. And then, of course, we have our website and the website category. If you have a funnel system through the Rev system or through any other, this is where you could actually put your website, or if you actually have a website, you could do that. Or if you wanted to, you could even put your own landing page, which is rNetwork.io / and your ID number, which would take you to the duplicatable website that corporate provides for all of us. And then we have, you know, your email address would come in here, and you definitely want to have that. For your, that wouldn't be marked because we're not an actual, unless we do have an actual storefront, then you could mark that. And then we actually have, and I did put in my business, my personal business page as well, the corporate address. And then ours always open because we're a worldwide company. And then we'll get to this area later. Well, if you have a product section on yours, then you can actually maybe put those things in if you want to. But that also is, again, it's kind of like doing a hashtag, you know, it just kind of brings more, people will notice you more through the algorithms. Messaging. So messaging, most of this is going to get fairly quick now at this point. Messaging, you want to definitely have your messaging turned on. And they give you a little example of what if you just turn this on, you can actually create your own message, but right now this is what we have. We just went with the generic, which in my opinion is just fine. That's what I have on my business page as well.
May I help you out real quick, Laura?
Yeah.
I'm just observing, and I could be wrong because maybe my eyesight's not that good, but it looks like you are affiliates. Affiliates is spelled wrong. It looks like you have 3 L's in there. Where? Under the website. Your landing page, basically, that you were talking about earlier.
Is that on a different page?
I don't know. That's the page that's being displayed on my screen right now, but you just moved it. I don't know where it went to. I think we're under edit page settings.
I'm under settings.
Of page, editing the page.
Under
websites, ma'am. Remember you mentioned website?
Let me go back.
Because it looks like 3 L's, but again, it could be okay because maybe the F is covering up the I, the little dot on the I.
1 L.
That's what I thought.
AFFILIATES, right?
That's the way I spell it, but it looks like it's got 3 L's in yours. It's AFFLLLIATES is what I say.
No,
okay.
There's just AFFILI, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you though for being observant. I'm hoping that if there is something on there, you know, if you catch something, let me know, because, you know, when there's so much to do that you don't want to ever overlook anything. So I actually have, you know, all these eyes looking on this, so that's helpful for me. So thank you. And then they automatically assign you this. You don't do anything with any of this stuff. It's automatically done. And so that's pretty much all that we have done on here. And you can actually turn this on if you want to. you know, show who's sending messages on behalf of your page. I mean, it's just, a lot of this stuff is just personal preference also. So keep that in mind. Don't automatically just do what we're doing here, because this is a team Facebook page, but for our own personal likings, we may want to do something different. Okay, when it comes to the templates and tabs, I'll just hit this really quick. So if you come over here to like the edit page where it shows you just a basic standard, and you were to click on view details, you will see different options of what each one has and what kind of, this is what shows up on the left side of your screen when you're on your PC. You know what I mean? When you go to like John's page, you see all the posts, discussions, all that stuff on the files, all that stuff. That's basically what this is. And so
I'm gonna have to interrupt you again because I do not see where you're talking about. You're still under edit page settings. It hasn't, it's buffering or it hadn't called up to where you're at.
can everybody else see my page?
I only see
Yes,
edit page info.
Aubrey, I think you're running behind on your or something.
I think
Okay.
that, yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Aubrey, my picture of you, a lot of times you're sitting still. You're not moving at all. So I don't know if maybe you're having some buffering problems or what.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so just so you know, the one that we have selected for us is standard. This is also what I chose for my personal business page. I don't know what you've chosen, Dale, but for me, I mean, you could also choose, I mean, all of these. They're all going to have different things. Just, I mean, you could, you know, services. It's just going to have just different tabs, and a lot of times I see that they're actually, in this case, they're all pretty much the same. However, I'll show you something in just, and then you just want to come down and you want to hit apply template, whichever one you decide to go with. And then
Laura,
you can see
and there's
that,
some advanced, hey Laura, there's some
Yeah.
advanced stuff you can do also, that there are some tabs that are completely irrelevant to us, and they're going to show up no matter which template you use. There is a way to go through there and eliminate them, but that's a little
what
exploring, and that's yeah.
I'm going to show you that that's actually on the same page that we're on right now.
Oh,
So
good,
if
perfect.
as you scroll down, you'll see each one of what you just chose will all show up down here. So your post, you could actually come into the settings area and, well, you don't want to get rid of that one for sure, but like jobs, let's say jobs, I can actually turn that off. So it won't show up at all. So, I mean, so you have those options in each one, just to kind of like, if you don't want events, if you don't want reviews, photos, you can go into the settings here and just turn it off. And then event ticketing, we haven't done anything with this yet, but you can actually connect it to Eventbrite. And then we have the post attribution. And that's just automatically set. Notifications. Now, I'll tell you, I always want to know what's going on in my business, and so I actually have all these turned on. You don't have to have all these turned on, but I want to know if something's happening on my page. I am the admin, the moderator of many pages, and I want to know if somebody's not treating my page properly. I want to know about it, but I also want to know, hey, I just got a new subscriber, or I just got a new like, you know, who liked my page, you know, well, this way I'll get notified by it. And you'll have the option, and you can have those on, or you can have them off. You can turn them off completely right up here if you wanted to. And then you have the option of how you receive those notifications. So you can receive them in messages, you can receive them in email or in text messages. Email is really annoying to me, so I don't ever turn that on. Advanced messaging. Each one, by the way, each one of these up here will actually just move you down here. So if I clicked on this up here, it just moves the screen. So in your general settings, it's pretty much, I mean, there's really, I even tried clicking on these and it gets me nowhere. So I don't care about it. And so the only thing that we really have marked down here is nothing. I mean, we allow for Facebook to take care of our messaging for us through those notifications. Page roles is basically your admin. So if you have more than one person handling your page for you, then this is where you would type in name or email, and then you would choose here what you want them to be, and then you would add them. And then they will get a message saying, hey, so-and-so or page wants you to be an admin, and then you would just accept that. And so you can see here that we have like an agency that's in here, Fusion 360. And you can also see that all the admins are added here. And this moderator here is actually from our Fusion 360 team. People and other pages, you don't really need to worry about. But this will show you who liked your page. And that's always really, really good to know. Preferred page audience is just another one of those, not something that we use. Authorizations, once again, we don't really use that either. I mean, you can go, I mean, you can see what the title is up here, you know, as far as, you know, branded content. So branded content, so this will actually just show you where you're collaborating. So you can see in this case, and I just connected this today, you can see that because we have an Instagram account as well, we can actually connect this Facebook page to Instagram because it's same ownership. I mean, as far as Instagram and Facebook, they're the same ownership. And so if you were to edit this, let me just see what comes up here. You can see that our Instagram account is actually created or actually connected there. But what it would do is it would actually, and I'll cover that in just one moment. Actually, we'll go over that. Instagram. So when it comes to Instagram, you'll have a little box here that says connect. And so you'll just click on that if you've already created your Instagram account, and you'll be able to connect there your Instagram account. And now the cool thing about having an Instagram account is if you were to start, let's say you have two accounts, okay, you've got Instagram and you've got Facebook. So if you go if you make a post in Instagram, and you have it set up in Instagram that you can automatically share that to your Facebook, then you only have to do it once. You know, you don't have to go from one social media to the next social media, yada, yada, yada. And actually, you can also connect your Instagram to a Twitter account as well. So the thing with Twitter, though, is that you're only allowed a certain amount of words to use in Twitter. So you have to be a little bit more picky when it comes to that. So I think that alone is like hands down amazing. Featured. That's it, featured. Because I haven't liked any other pages, which I need to do, by the way. And because then that will, other pages then will see that I'm interacting with other groups or with other media. And so that is one thing that I do need to do. And I'm going to make myself just a little note there, and so that we can make sure that we're getting the most out of our page. Cross-posting, that is, you know, if you have someone else, you'd be adding someone else to this, and in most cases you're not going to use that at all. Page support inbox, that's between you and Facebook, and when you're doing name changes and those sorts of things. Wi-Fi, we don't really mess with that. And then page management history is pretty much self-explanatory. I will say that one thing that you can do for branding yourself is you can go to Adobe. Adobe, and I have used these in a previous network marketing company that I was in, that I was the top of. I branded myself and I created a logo, and I got it for free from Adobe. They will allow you to come in and they, where's that at? Okay, right here. Get 10 free Adobe stock images. And so you can actually go in and you could type up, like, say, microphone or whatever your topic, you know, and a whole bunch of images will just pop up. And you could just sift through all these different images and you could have up to 10 free. Just have to remember, though, that you do have to put in your credit card information, because at the end of that 30 days, they're going to charge you, I think, 29 something or other. But it's one way for you to get a free logo. And then what I did is I took that logo and I put in the name of what I needed that logo for, what the name of my business was. And so that is a good way to get something for nothing. In this world, that's hard to come by. And then also I will say that a lot of times you will need to edit photos. You'll need for them to be certain sizes for, like, your YouTube channel or for your Facebook banner. This is a great way for you to be able to create your take a photo that you have on your computer and just drag and drop. You know, you would basically say, you know, I want to create a design. And from here, you can actually choose what media you're going to use. Like, let's see, let's see here. So you should have, okay, like if you wanted to do an Instagram. So it'll automatically pull up what Instagram requires for their sizes. And the same thing for YouTube and Facebook. And so from there, you know, you could upload an image. You can see over here on the left side, you can upload an image. You can use their images, and you can use their images for any kind of a post if you want to. Just type in whatever topic here and something probably will just come up in that field of what you're looking for. Some of it is free and some of it is not. But I only have a free account in Canva, and it has been perfect for me. But it has saved me quite a bit of time of trying to figure out how to resize a photo. And that can be a huge pain. So the simplest way of doing things, I'm always up for, because, you know, we all don't have that much time in our day. So you would basically just take, you know, and you just drag and drop, and boom, you're set to go. And, you know, you're ready to. You could even add to your post if you wanted to. You can download your image and it will go right down to your page. This one, however, I would have to pay for, and I'm not doing that. So that is called canva.com. Canva.com. Everybody who's working in social media should have that on their computer, and it works best on a PC. Other than that, I think I have pretty much covered everything that, as far as just the basics of setting up your page. If you ever just want to look, because right now what you're looking at is you're looking at the admin view of this page. And so if you ever just want to see it for yourself, there is, oh my goodness, where is that? Oh, and I do want to cover one too. So there are buttons. There are other things that you can have on here like buttons. So you could have a sign up button. You could have a contact us button. I've chosen to do send message. The reason for that, and you can do it however you want. If you did a sign up button, you'd like put in your website and it would send them to say a video. It would send you to like the funnel system. It would send you to your website. But in this case, I have found, because we're branding our team, we're branding, we want people to come to us and just ask us questions about, well, who are you? What are you doing? You know, because we're not necessarily talking about our network, but we're talking about our team, how amazing our team is, what our team has to offer, what we can offer them, you know, as far as marketing and all that stuff. But so you basically would just go into your settings again and you would create that button. And I actually created that separately. But so yeah, and you can test the button and you can see what comes up. And it gives you the options there. And now you can actually change what these say in your settings as well. So, but you can actually look at this in a way, and I'm not finding it at the moment.
Laura?
Yeah.
If memory serves right, see where it says share, follow, liked underneath your image? Click on the 3 dots.
I'm not on my phone.
Oh, no, on your screen that you're on right now.
Okay,
It's on the same level as send message. See where the 3 dots are?
Oh, you're right.
Click that,
Okay,
and then
yeah,
it says,
so yeah,
yep.
you just come down here and you can actually view it as a page visitor. So basically I can see, because when you're looking at it as an admin, you're like, dang, this page looks really ugly. But if you look at it as you coming to the page, then you can actually see, it says up here, switch back to your view. But I can actually see now what my page looks like when somebody comes to visit it, so that you're able to just kind of, you know, you can also come into your photos and see all the photos that you've done. You can create an album here. You've got your about page. It shows everything, and you can actually edit very easily there. You know, a lot of this at this point is just kind of clicking on different things and saying, oh, I wonder what that is. What did that turn out to be? You know, oh, look at my community. Oh, these are people that like my page. And you can also come down and create another page if you want to. And you can see like the reviews. So you can see we have all of our reviews here. We can just easily, you know, see that. So these are all things after the fact that you can just come into and change, alter. Now, the one thing though that, like I said before, is the name. So just make sure that you have that set up properly. So I guess from this, you know, I would just, if you have any questions at all, I'm more than happy to answer anything.
I do have a few questions, but I don't want to hog the whole Zoom, right? So, but my questions aren't to do with the Facebook page, creating a page. So if anybody please has any questions in reference to the social media, creating a page and stuff, please go ahead.
Laura, I have a business page called K Enterprises, which really dates back to some other things that I have done. Although, you know, RevVcard and Revvolutionaries is my primary thing now. But I was wondering if you might be able to look at my page and maybe make some suggestions. You know, I might just need to start over and, you know, and do another page, but maybe you could do that when you have time.
Sure, I don't have a problem doing that, Kay, for you. You know, the thing about, you know, if you've already established a business page, you just want to be careful about adding another one. You have it sounds like you have kind of a generic page. You've tried to incorporate everything that you do on it.
That's right.
And you already have likes, and you've already invited people to it, and I mean, you probably could invite more people to it now. So I would just really recommend, just because there's a lot of people that have pages that just have their names on it, and they're very successful with their pages. You know, they just, and you can share content from our team page. You can just share comment. You can just share the post and then put your own thing on top of that, you know, as far as your comment on that shared post.
Okay.
So that's what I think that's what I would probably recommend, is if you've already have a page that's already well established, you've got all those likes on it and everything, but if you have something else in mind for your page, then by all means, you know, create a new one. But right offhand, that's the advice that I would give you. I am not, however, an expert in social media. I will tell you that. I have learned a lot on my own. I have done a lot of research. I watch a lot of videos. I spend a lot of time in creating all 5 of my social media pages. So that's where my expertise comes from, is just diving in and doing it. As far as the background, as far as marketing and all of that, a lot of it for me is the common sense, and listening to some of the things that John has said, and just trying to steer that way of just building ourselves as being an amazing team. You know, that I have a team of over 8,000 members on, and that's, you know, John, that's what John says, you know, say that you know, someone says, how big is your team? Don't say I have none, you know, because you want to build that excitement with someone. You want to say, I have this amazing team. You know, I've got a team that I have a team of 8,000, you know, and we work very well together. And so when you're building your Facebook page or any social media account, keep that in mind, that this is your business, and you want to be able to bring people to it. You want to be able to, for them to see that you've got it going on. Because you do, first of all, you're in our network, you know, and we're trying to get that word out that there is no other network marketing like this anywhere. And so when you're building it, just keep in mind that you're speaking as a team. Don't think of I, think of we. And I try to remember that when I'm doing my posts, that it's we. So, and you could take anything that we do on and I'm just going to cover that really quick. You could take anything that we do on our page, and I did discuss this the other night when John had a Zoom, that you can take our post. Where are my posts? Let's see, you can take any of ours. Let's see, page, and make it your own. So, in other words, this ad right. Okay, that's the one he has pinned, and you can pin post too. If you want something to stay at the very top, you can go into that little 3 dots on any one of these, and you could actually pin it if you wanted to the top, and it'll always stay up there at the top. But so this is the ad that I created the other day. This is the one that I actually did a $10 spot on. I actually paid $10 on my business page that only had 9 likes on. And the next day I got a lead from it. And it's very simple. And you can take this and you could copy it, click on the picture, and you can download the picture. You know, take a screenshot, download it. Down here you can see like different options, and you can actually just put that on your phone or on your computer system and share it. So as you're creating your own post, you would, this right here is not a link that goes to anything that's rNetwork. It's nothing that will take you to our website. It's nothing that will deter from you. This is actually a testimonial from our team. And that's also that won't take away from you. So you could just take this, you could actually share it if you wanted to, right here, share it. And then you could, up here above the post, create your own post, you know, that you've built, you know, that you are, that you're building, you've had great success in building teams. And I would love to share, you know, how I've done that or whatever. This post right here is one that you'd really want to use for that. And that is basically taken from a post that John had done in his Facebook group, where he had created, and it's in the files section, and it says, send to everyone. And in that, it is it's a way to, I'm going to pull it up really quick, drag it over here. It's a way to you could post that actually in a social, in any kind of a group. You could post it, and into like a network marketing group, in a single moms group, or in a shopping group, you know, whatever, you know. And it's basically, if someone is to respond to that ad that you would to post in their group, some people say, well, I don't have the answer for it. I don't know how I have an amazing team, how I built this amazing team. And so this is all the answers. All you're going to do is just send this to them, send them the link to this. And there's actually 3 hours of embedded video in this.
Really appreciate
that will benefit them. But mind you, it doesn't say anything at all regarding, I don't know why that keeps popping up like that, but it doesn't say anything at all regarding our team. Nothing regarding rNetwork. So this right here, I think, is an excellent post to put in. Just, you could share it, you could share the post, or you could just copy the picture and post it in some group somewhere. And then when someone gets back to you and says, well, how are you doing that? You know, how do you have such a successful team? And then that's where you just share that slideshow presentation that I just had up. And so, I mean, that's another way of generating and kind of creating a name for yourself within these different groups. You can't, I mean, you would want to post more than one time, of course, you know, but our whole intention for our page is just for you to be able to share what we have, duplicate it, put it on your own business page. And I mean, if no one has any other questions, then I'm thinking that this is probably a good time to quit.
Hey, Laura, can I add a couple of things there? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Dale.
Oh, okay. Just broke up there for a second. I couldn't hear anybody. I apologize. One of the things you can also do is all the blog posts that are on our affiliates, you can take those and copy them. You can copy the images that are off of that. All of that's been filtered through corporate, and it is all okay for us to post. It's been run through support. So you can certainly every day, every couple of days, write a new blog post on your Facebook page. That is one of those posts. It's just really a copy and paste situation, and that can engage more people as well. Yeah, all of those, if you scroll down to the bottom, all the blog entries. And they're all really well written. They're all, as John has said, they're all very well written specifically for SEO. And I think we've probably got, I think there's more than 10 of them there. 10, maybe 12 of them. So each one of those images, you can right click and copy. They're all Shutterstock images, really high quality, really high resolution images. Yeah, so you can save the image. You can go open up any of the verbiage that's in there, read the blog, and then copy all of that, and you can just create your own post within your business page as well. And you can look at them. All the images are fantastic. Like the next one was from our pets. But these are all fantastic articles or blog posts. Oh, Laura, I think that's what's going on. I can't hear you. I think you're muted out. Yeah. Or
well, I have no idea how I got muted.
There you go. Have you been chatting this whole time?
I hope not. Have you guys not been able to hear me? Oh my God.
Nope.
You guys, shame on you. You should be letting me know.
Laura, I was reading your lips. Shame on you.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Did you guys hear me talk about Canva?
Yes.
Okay, well, thank goodness.
Yep. Yeah. No, it was just, I think it was just about maybe a minute and a half ago. I think you went out. That's when I was having trouble hearing somebody. So I think, yeah.
That's weird. I don't know how I got muted. But yes, everything that he's saying, all of this is just it's right at your fingertips. I mean, you don't have to create anything if you don't want to. You can set yourself up as an expert. And that's exactly what we want you to do. You are an expert in your own business. Why? Because we've got all this marketing. We've got all of I mean, you've got testimonials at your fingertips. Where are you going to get the testimonials? You can go to the YouTube channel and get the testimonials, pull them off of there, and share those links. So yeah, we have tried to just really make this as basic, as easy as possible. The only thing is that you do have to create your own social media page, and it's not as hard as most people think. They just get inside their own heads and they don't know where to start. And so now you know where to start, and that you can go to Instagram and pretty much they'll walk you through it. You know, I mean, you saw how that worked. I went through each and every single one of those tabs in every one of those headings and just made sure I had them marked the way that I wanted them marked. And so, like I said before, you're gonna want certain things marked the way that you want them. These are all just suggestions as to how you end up doing it yourself. And so, any other questions?
Laura,
yeah.
So do only the people who have liked your page see what you're posting?
No, I didn't even advertise that the first page that I created that I didn't use, that I'm not going to be using anymore. People found me because of the name, because of my name. Okay. So they did a search within Facebook and they've been able to find me. In fact, I've had other people say to me, "Oh, I didn't know that was your page."
Okay. So in the bigger picture, is there room for everybody having these pages, or are we just stepping all over each other?
No,
I'm new to this.
There's absolutely room for having these pages. You want for your team to have these pages. Can you imagine if the people underneath you, or anybody within your network, I would say anybody in your network has social media and someone happens to stumble upon theirs? You never know who's going to be stumbling upon anybody's, like Dale. You know, you don't know when that's going to happen. You know, but it will happen. People will find you. And you can also create your own ads, and you can, if you want to, you can pay for Facebook ads, and you can set your demographics as to who you want that to run to. You can set the location that you want for the demographics to go to. Like if you want just to go in your local area for people in your local area to see your ad that you've created. So, I mean, there are many, many more reasons to have a social media account, business account, than not. I mean, look at what Dale's created. I mean, I'm just saying, you know, when I saw what his French team was doing, he wouldn't have had that. He wouldn't have gotten that had he not done the work, had he not put in all of those hours for them to be able to stumble upon him. And that's what they did. They stumbled upon him.
Okay. I'm just hung up on the name. Dale, what's the name of your business page?
Sorry, I have to unmute myself. Like I said, I'm still here at work. Mine is, I am still using Revvolutionaries. I am still getting away with it a little bit. It's Revvolutionaries, founding charter members of rNetwork, and it still has revvcard in there. The original name had both rNetwork and revvcard, and like I said, I probably spent 20 hours trying to find a way to change it because they will not let you change it. There are ways you can do it, and it is unbelievably tedious to do. But I have tried removing revvcard from it. They will not let me do it no matter how I try to do it. I'm still okay having rNetwork in there, and I think the fact that it's at the end of the page, I'm okay with it. But I can, I don't know how I can do it.
They don't
here.
limit how many people can use Revvolutionaries in their name.
Oh,
No?
no.
So everybody can have a version of that.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
That answers my questions. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a couple of other strategies you can do. Think from your personal page. Everybody here has got a personal Facebook page. Well, if you liked something on your business page and you shared something to another business page, you can do it that way and get some exposure. You can also, as your business, join a lot of these groups, get in there and start liking, commenting, building relationships with people that are in those communities. Saying, oh, hey, great post, thanks for sharing. Those sorts of things, and people will naturally start gravitating to you and wanting to see what you're all about. So that's another way to attract people, and it's very effective.
Lots of strategies. Anyone else? Aubrey looks like he's in meditation.
No, I'm taking notes.
You have a still frame.
He's frozen again there.
Can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you. Yeah.
No, I'm just taking notes. Sorry about that. You'll notice that my head's down more than it is up, and it's because I'm a student first in all things. I don't care what it is. And so I'm a very analytical guy, so I take notes to be able to reference it and then, you know, create success that way. I do have, first and foremost, thank you all so much for all of your input today, for taking time out of your busy schedules to just come in. Laura, thank you so much for the valuable content that you just gave us.
You're
Now, if
welcome.
you don't mind, I'm going to shift gears and just ask a few questions, and you stop me if these questions are not where I need to be asking them. Is that fair?
Sure.
They're not trick questions. They're literally just questions my team members are asking and stuff. In reference to when are we going to be able to have the steps for enrolling other merchant vendors?
Oh, you're asking me general questions.
Yes.
Okay. In that case, I would need to probably end the recording.
Okay.
Does anyone else have any questions regarding the Facebook or anything before I end the recording on this? Okay.
No.
All right. Okay. I'll just go ahead and end that. So